All right, there it is, 16th ounce. We're going to call it a pony head. There's other names for it. This is a really cool jig. It's a very versatile jig. You can fish this jig shallow, deep, fast, slow, under a float. So versatile. And I've got a little bit of a different way to tie it. I'm not going to take the blade off. I know people said, oh, it's easy. Just take that snap ring off to make snap ring tools. I'm not going to go out and look for them. If one happened up, I would probably use it. But when I tie the underspin jigs, I put them in a vise. I lay it down just like that. It keeps it all out of my way. I'm not really going to use the rotary function a lot on this jig head just because when it turns, it's going to be so wide of a turn, it's going to get my material kind of screwed up. So it's fine the way it is. We are going to take our Sally Hansen's first. And we're going to dab just so little on the shank of that hook and just a little bit right there on the top of that head. And that's going to be to help hold that thread because we're going to end up coming up over that neck just a little bit. We have got Danville 210 denier, and we are going to start right there behind that lid, right there behind that hump. We're going to do like 2, 3, 4 wraps, and then we're going to start working our way down to up to the point. And as long as your thread's stacked up, it shouldn't fall on you. If it does, back up and start again. And when I mean fall, I mean like you stop here and your thread start bouncing back. If it does, start again. It's not going to hurt nothing. It's not the end of the world. We're going to be using saddle hackle. Let's see. We're going to get one. That piece there is all chewed up. We ain't going to use that. We're going to set that off to the side because there was a really small part up there that could have been used for a crappie jig. 2 pieces of chartreuse. What did I do with the white? And we're going to be using 2 pieces of white. I had a request to do one of these with hackle, and here it is. 2 white, 2 chartreuse. We're going to stack those 2 together just like that, right on top of each other. We're going to straighten it up, see what it looks like. We're going to go about right there. Right where my fingers are is where I'm going to cut it at. And we're just going to let it fall on the floor for video's sake and purposes. And I'll vacuum it up here in a little while. We got 2 pieces. We're going to lay it right here on the side. And we're going to wrap. I'm going to just kind of hold on to them to make sure they stay in place. And then when we come back up, we're going to do it tight. And I'm expecting some of it's probably moved, and that's fine. Actually, it all kind of went that way. I don't get real particular on laying my feathers perfectly one way. I'm fine with how they come out. Handmade baits. No 2 really should be alike. They should be pretty similar, but they might just be a little bit different. I'm going to take 2 more, and we're going to put them on the opposite side. Cut them off. Let them hit the floor. Feathers hit the floor. And we're going to start right there, and we're just going to hold on to them for just a second or so. Make sure they're where we want them at. I keep pricking that hook. It's a good thing I'm using 210 because if I wasn't, I'd have done cut that thread. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. I'm leaving a little bit of a valley right there in the neck. Next, we are going to take this flash. I've got so much of it. I am not cheap with my flash. I don't do just the one little piece and then pull it over and all that. I put it on there. I've got tons of it. I got enough to last me for a long time. We're going to lay that flash right there on the thread. And we're going to wrap it just like we did our hackle. Get it all pulled kind of tight. All right. Now, where it's going to start getting thick is we're going to have to be careful and not hit the camera. Be careful. Don't hit the camera. Still bouncing. Didn't mean to take you folks for a ride, but we did. Come back up. Pinch off about 1/8 to 1/4 inch piece of that Chanel. Get it tied in there real good. Come back up and get your thread. Now is going to stop right there in that valley. You got a low spot right there. Save that low spot. All right, we're going to cut this Chanel loose just a little bit just to help roll it. We're going to go nice tight wraps on it. Right there to the neck. And then we're going to start coming around on the other side. got to be careful. You have to get it held up in there. Come back around again. Let's pull it this way, and let's wrap it right there. All right, we got our chenille part done. We're gonna get our chenille out of the way. Now, we put a little drop of Sally Hansen's there, but I'm gonna put just another little drop. We're gonna go back and UV resin coat right there where the neck is. I'm gonna put just a little bit right there just to make sure that thread's got something to bond onto. And we're gonna do like 2 or 3 rows of thread right there at the neck. I'm kind of pushing it up against there. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna go back and do that one more time. It's a little bit different than a round ball head or a pill head or hatchet head or any of that. So we're gonna use the neck to our advantage a little bit and use it as kind of like a table. Now your whip finish is gonna have to get kind of big on your whip finish, but it'll work. Just concentrate on what you're doing. All right, we're gonna snap her loose right there. And that's it, that's our knot. So, you already know where this is headed to next. UV resin. We're gonna hit it right there on the side just a little bit. We ain't gonna glob it on like I do the other ones. I'm just gonna brush it on. We're gonna be nice and generous with it though. We're gonna brush it from the thread to the head. That's giving it all a really good platform to sit on. Push it up against that thread. We'll make sure it seals the way it's supposed to. I've just about got this UV bottle here empty. See what we got. We should have a little bit more in there. Yeah, there we go. It's cold down here. It's cold outside. It is 5 below 0 right now. Got my little buddy heater running. Got another little space heater running. Got a fan circulating warm air. Not that bad. When it gets cold like this, this is the time to build your box up. There it is. The 16th ounce. You know what it's called. Pony head. Crappie jig. I like that. This, I can see me pitching up under a dock at Lake of Ozarks. That's where this jig's going. We'll be fishing a crappie tournament in February. I had one of these tied up already that I did on a TikTok video. I come back over and did another one. So that way I got 2 of them. But there it is, 16th ounce pony head underspin crappie jig. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me so much. I appreciate it. We are like 50 people away from 10,000. I'm so excited about that. 10,000. It's like a milestone when you're doing YouTube videos. Never even when I first started, imagine that. So I've got to thank each and every one of my subscribers for that. I appreciate it. I love the thumbs up, the comments, questions, the requests. Keep them coming. Let's see how far we can get this channel up to. If you watch this video, hit hashtag 10K. Let's see if we can push it up there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.